This one little virus has disrupted the way we do everything.
Facing this social distancing, we as an organization have an important role to play.
We all need to do our part when women need support, when children need shelter. We've had to change the way we're doing things.
So for the STAR team, we had to pull our staff out of the offices overnight. All of a sudden, there's no in-person meetings. Everything is through a screen. Being able to meet with people in their homes has not been happening. And it's taken quite a toll on our outreach team.
The recovery community has suffered a lot. There's been a lot more relapses due to the fact everyone's doing meetings on Zoom. A lot of people aren't benefiting from that. For a lot of people, they need that hug. They need that face-to-face. They need that human interaction, and they feel so isolated, and unfortunately, it's causing a lot more relapses. So we're seeing a huge stress with the recovery community because of it.
A lot of our people that we work with don't have a steady place to live, maybe don't have access to food. Maybe there's some volatile stuff going on in the family system. There's no escape. So sometimes their substance use is the escape.
The one area that I have some expertise in, I supervise our domestic violence unit. We've seen an increase in the number of domestic violence cases that are coming in as families are being sheltered in. We're all anticipating a tidal wave of cases. Yeah. And we're going to have to deal with those efficiently in the court system.
Everybody's doing the best they can and understanding that this is where we're at. And I do know that they can call me and that we can do meetings together over Zoom. But it's definitely been really hard on the clients to not be able to have their outreach workers support face to face.
So Paul, as our lifeguards therapist, how did that sort of evolve?
For the kids, I try to emphasize just like that it's okay to like be upset about this or find someone to talk to, and just kind of trying to talk to them about it or seeing if there's other people in their lives that they can talk about too. And we talk about ways to kind of reach out to other people. I think some of the kids do a lot of indoor activities to cope to begin with, just in the base of my clientele. But I think some of them are realizing like how much they miss socializing.
What have been the rays of light or moments that have made you smile about this is why we're human beings and we're supportive and amazing creatures?
So I think they're finding a variety of ways. And I think, I appreciate this. And I think a lot of the kids do, just being able to spend more time with their family too, in a different way.
When this hit and we realized we could be home, we bought puzzles. What a joy it is to actually just sit down and spend some time with your family.
My 7-year-old's living his best life here. We adopted chicks and they're in my background there. They'll be ready to go into their coop in another week or two. And him and my husband have been doing a lot of gardening and we thought about how to be self-sustainable and the steps that we would need to take to do that.
One of the things that I'm telling my staff during this COVID time working from home, make sure you're taking good care of yourselves.
And then as far as Perlo goes for self-care, one of them has been to just show some compassion for folks in particular that maybe have little kids at home and they're trying to do their job still with little kids at home. So just having some grace with everybody. I don't know how many video calls I've been on where there's either a pet or a kid in the video. It actually feels like in some ways there's some richer connections happening between people right now.
Been getting together over Zoom and gathering in a way that we probably haven't historically done. But what we've learned in this time of social distancing and social isolation is how much we need each other. We're all in this together, but maybe we've forgotten how important we are to each other and how much we need to depend on each other as a team.
We are all in this together. Whatever we do collectively is going to be a lot better than kind of what we do hunkering down on our own.
But to see it play out in such a positive way is what you try to see the good from the bad, right? And this is where all those relationships, all that partnership building that we've been going through over the past many years is paying dividends, and you get help from sources you didn't even expect in the past.
I think it's gonna take some time, but we're gonna do it together, and we have to be there to support each other through it. And it's going to be a challenge, but hey, we've overcome a lot of things throughout the history of humanity, and this is another thing that we can overcome.